If you freeze up as you speak English because words don't come to mind, most of the time it's one of these two reasons. Most of the time it's because you're too nervous and too worried about what other people think about you when you speak English. I always teach this to my students: stress is the enemy of learning, because when you're in a stressful situation, your brain cannot make a difference between a real danger, like a lion attacking you, and something that's only perceived danger in our head. Your brain is going to do everything it can to protect you, so it's going to shut down your memory so you could focus on getting the hell out of that place. So it's incredibly important to start with building your confidence in speaking English and learning to relax and feel calm as you have conversations with other people. The second can be a pretty big reason as well. A lot of people don't focus on this. Words don't come to mind because you haven't automatized the language. This can often happen when your passive vocabulary is way bigger than the vocabulary you can actively use, because you haven't learned to keep all that vocabulary in your long-term memory. And it's really important to make a difference between vocabulary we can passively understand and we can actively use in a conversation. And if you lived in the US for that much time, I'm sure you've built up a pretty big passive vocabulary. But being able to use vocabulary in conversation with confidence requires you to automatize the language and intentionally using it in conversation. Recalling vocabulary, just like anything else, is a skill that you can get better at by practicing. When you stay super focused, when you're learning those expressions or phrases that you want to remember, and keep that in mind so there is something you can actually recall when you speak. Plus, if you activate the vocabulary by reviewing it in conversations multiple times over time so your brain can get used to it and remember it in the long term, you'll be able to access all those memories that you've created without always feeling worried about not having enough vocabulary to use.